Irish reaction to Sinners. Spoilers incoming. So I came into this movie not knowing about the vampires. I only watched about 10 to 15 seconds of the trailer. Ryan Coogler is one of my favorite directors, so he's kind of an automatic win. And I have another video on this channel about how watching trailers only up until a certain point is a wise move. So yeah, vampires, complete surprise. And Irish vampires, even bigger surprise, but a welcome one. For the record, Irish passport, Galway boy, but family all over. And I've been asked by commenters and friends who know that I'm Irish, how do I feel about the Irish representation in this movie? And spoiler, I kind of loved it. If you look at real history, you're always able to tell who the bad guy of the month is when it comes to Hollywood, right? Like when the Iraq war kicked off, there was just a solid 10 years of the bad guys in every movie being from the Middle East. And you can point the exact same way when it came to China, when it came to Russia and the Cold War. You know, all the bad guys were, you know, you look at like Red Dawn and you look at Rocky, the bad guys were always from a specific area and it felt like a political statement. With IRA and the Troubles, the bad guys for a long time in a lot of movies were Irish. So seeing the Irish kind of be the bad guy here was weirdly kind of therapeutic. It kind of like showed that culture was kind of healing a little bit. Coogler handles the racial element of this so delicately. It's incredibly impressive. He mentioned in an interview with Straw Hat Goofy about how the Irish people actually have so much more in common with the black people of the juke joint than they do with white people. You know, when I studied Irish history in school, I would see photos of pubs and restaurants around the UK where I was going to school, where the signs outside the pubs would say, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. Remick talks about losing his land to the white Christians however many hundreds of years ago, and that's why he reaches out first to the Native Americans, now to the black people, because in his mind, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I know the actor who played Remick did Irish dancing at school, and the time and detail and attention that went into that whole scene, the music, the choreography, the extras, the camera work was amazing. I kind of don't expect Ryan Coogler to half-ass anything, but yeah, just seeing the love in that for them to be able to go, hey, we have songs that tell our story too, loved it. I've heard some dialogue around this movie that said that realistically, the fear here is the unknown. You know, Remick is saying, hey, I can make you live forever and it will be great and there's no pain. And the only people who can tell you definitively are kind of biased, right? They're kind of vampires already, they're biased. And I really like the way that this movie so easily in the last act could have had a line where someone goes, we need to kill this white guy. And it would have been such low-hanging fruit and it would have kind of floated under the radar. And I'm glad he didn't have to do it. To be fair, I knew the Irish would be taken care of in this movie when during the dance scene for the Chinese couple, they put in Sun Wukong. So, chef's kiss. So Irish review of Sinners, big fan. It's going on the wall. Follow if you love film.